Friday Night Baseball live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the 4th of 6 between the Wichita Wind Surge and the San Antonio Missions. Live baseball is straight ahead right after this. Taking the heel in the contest tonight is Reggie Lawson. Right-hander out of the Missions bullpen will get the starting assignment. What do we know about him, Bob? I could tell you that this guy can really get things done. If he focuses on the strike zone, he has nothing to worry about. It's all in his favor if he could get her done tonight. Jimmy Kerrigan will lead it off for Wichita. And we are about ready to go. Let's play ball. And the first pitch thrown by Reggie Lawson is in for strike one, and we are underway at 7:15 here this evening. Into windup, here's the 0-1. That one high fly in the air, up in left field, and that one is going to get out of play. So the count now 0-2. Here is the 0-2 delivery, and that one is far and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far, got our teams already up to the top of the first inning. Tulsa at Northwest Arkansas. Amarillo at Frisco. Wichita at San Antonio. Springfield at Corpus Christi. Midland at Arkansas. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be lifted. High fly in the air, and that ball goes out of play again. Beautiful night for baseball as underway of this 4th of 6 between these two ball clubs. And for the first out, Reginald Jefferson Lawson will get the strikeout. In now is Wandir Javier. New to the Minnesota Twins Texas League affiliate. And that one's going to be blistered. High fly in the air. Center fielder Wood makes the play, and that's 2 away. And let's go ahead and give the visiting starting lineups so far. As of last night, the Wichita Wind Surge, boy, they really took the win last night, right, Bob? Yeah, that 5-1 victory really gave them the second consecutive win on the road. And so far, they're looking for 3 straight here tonight. Yes, that's right. Here's Mark Contreras. Contreras is coming in, and that one taken inside for strike one as he comes in and delivers that strike in the strike zone. Here's the 0-1. Right there on the borderline pitch, and that's in for strike 2. So far, one more strike of this top half of 1. And that's going to be line drive to Rodriguez, and that's the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. To the bottom of 1 we go. We have no score through the top half. Brian Sammons, a lefty out of the Wichita bullpen, will get the starting assignment here tonight. 6'4" and 235 pounds and age 26. Shortstop C.J. Abrams returning. So far there was no call for him going up to the majors because technically he's on the San Antonio roster. Evidently all of us know that Abrams will be continuing to stay with us through this remainder of the season. And so far, going to be pretty good. Here's the pitch, and that one is well inside for strike 2. And the count now is 0-2. Returning from also on the days off is left fielder Thomas Malone. He is back on the lineup tonight. And that one's going to be fouled off. And the count now still remains at no balls and 2 strikes. C.J. Abrams playing the shortstop position. That's always the position for him. And right there, a swing and a miss. And that will be the first strikeout for Salmons here this evening.
The second baseman, CJ.
So far, let's go ahead and give some early scores here in the top of the first inning for the Tulsa Drillers tonight. They're at Riverboat Field playing Northwest Arkansas. Gotta say, they just exited the top of the first inning, and they're on the bottom of one. Boy, Northwest Arkansas loads up the bases, and so far they pack the grand slam. And so far they are going at 4 runs in the home half of their first inning. Here is CJ Hinojosa as he comes in and he delivers, but that will go foul. Count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far, Amarillo at Frisco tonight delivers their run, top of the first inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And so far, it's going pretty good for Amarillo. They're in favorite lead there at Statesman's Park in Frisco, Texas. Right there and outside, a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be lined right to third. And that third baseman for Wichita will collect that out. Well, time now to give the starting lineups for the home side, and so far, Bob, these guys are down in the count. They lost 2 to Wichita. They won 1. And so far, what do they have to do in order to get this series tied? Well, I think that they have to put their differences aside and think about how that ball gets into play. If you really don't think about it, you're going to lose this one at the end of the night. So put past your differences and make sure that this game is put into play. Here's the right fielder, Joshua Mears. And that's going to be blistered right to second and right to first, and that's the inning. An inning in the books here this evening, and so far we're on now to the top of the second with no score. Gabe Snyder will start the top half of the second inning for Wichita. And we're about ready to go here tonight. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be high fly in the air. Basabe runs after it in foul territory as the left fielder Thomas Malone comes in for support and making sure he has that one to secure the out. So there's one away. Seth Gray is coming in. Great home crowd. Greetings from Texas, those that are watching from the great state of Kansas. Got fans watching also from Wichita, Oklahoma. Ponca City, welcome in. And the city, Wichita.
0-2.
So far, got a lot of fans loving baseball here tonight. Welcoming in the Minnesota Twins Texas League affiliate to the San Antonio metropolitan area. So a 2 away. Lawson will collect a strikeout. And it seems to me that that will be his second strikeout of the night as he takes down Seth Gray. Here's Matt Wallner. Wallner coming in. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be lifted high fly in the air. Right fielder Mears runs it down, and he's got it. So another half inning, and so far no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We now head for the bottom of 2 with no score. James Wood, the center fielder, will lead it off here in the bottom of 2 for San Antonio. As we are about ready to go here this bottom half of the second inning. Right inside for a strike, and the count now 0-1. So far got high clouds As we can see right there, it is a pitch perfect afternoon. It is nice and warm. So far, unlike yesterday being overcast. Just gotta love beautiful evenings without the intense cloud cover. So right there and inside for strike two. James Wood is down in the count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So far, got fans watching also from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa tonight playing at Northwest Arkansas. And it is a battle. I mean, they had a high-scoring affair during last night's contest, 23-7, like I mentioned. And that right there is a butt-whooping like no tomorrow. I mean, let me tell you. And right there, a swing and a miss. And he will go down on strikes as Brian will collect his strikeout. That's going to bring in the first baseman for the Missions, Yorman Rodriguez. Rodriguez coming in, and here's the pitch outside, and that's called a ball, 1-0. So far, the rest of the Texas League scores. Springfield and Corpus Christi. Boy, and I got to say, Corpus Christi has really been wowing their fans on the beach. So far, they hit a 3-run shot. And now it is Corpus Christi 4, Springfield nothing. They really got those Cardinals on the run. So right there, that's a line drive up the center, and the Missions have their first hit of this ball game. A good night to get in and start winning, right, Bob? I gotta say, if they could pull through right here, they got the opportunity of putting that ball in play, and they better keep that going. Nobody can make an out. Nobody could get ground balls and double plays. Boy, that would really hurt if you get in there and start doing that. Here is the designated hitter, Augustin Ruiz. As he comes in and he takes a code strike, and the count now 0-1. So far through the first 2.5 innings of play, the Rockhounds at Arkansas really been scoreless through the first 2 innings of their play. And right there, line drive to second, and oh no, he drops it. And what was that all about? That could have been called an error on that shortstop right there. I would have called that an error, Bob, wouldn't you? Yes, because he dropped the ball, and that would have been dangerous for him. I mean, surely I would have called that an error. Well, the play has been made. That ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 2 here tonight, and it is no score through the first 2.
Leading off for Wichita, the designated hitter.
The designated hitter is Roy Morales, as he comes in for the top of the 3rd inning for the Wichita wind surge. And that's going to be blistered right to Abrams at shortstop, right to Rodriguez. And there's a quick out here in this top half of 3.
Batting 8, the second baseman, Spencer Steer.
And that's going to bring in Spencer Steer. Steer coming in for Wichita. Here's the pitch. That one inside for a strike, and the count now is 0-1. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:05, our first pitch of the ball game. As we have a Saturday night. Don't forget, fireworks are included tomorrow night. As we have our 5th of the 6-game set. Missions will wrap it up with the Wichita wind surge on Sunday evening. Sunday we'll have Kids Fiesta Texas Sunday. Family of 4 can win a pack of tickets to the water park. And so far 4 for a Missions game. When we return close to the end of August as we take on the Midland Rockhounds. That one is high fly in the air. And that's going to get down for a base hit. Mears and the first baseman tries to get it. And so far they cannot catch up to it.
The catcher, Stevie Berman.
So that's going to bring in Stevie Berman, the last man up in the Wichita order. So we've got a Taco Bell double play, and every time the Missions overturn a Taco Bell double play, everybody in attendance will get a coupon to go to Taco Bell and get you those 2 free tacos. Right inside for a strike, and the count now 0-2. Boy, good night for baseball. Love to hear the pop of the mitt, right, Bob? I got to say, the pop of the mitt is pretty good so far. Right there under it, the pitcher has it, and that is Lawson to record the out. So near the mound, that was pretty good, as the high pop-up comes to no avail as not being important as it is. Back to the top of the Wichita lineup is stepping in Jimmy Kerrigan. Kerrigan coming in, and that one taken inside for the strike, and the count now 0-1. Got 2 away, runner at first, top of the 3rd inning. No score to this point. And that one is inside, called for strike 2. And so far doing pretty good here in tonight's game. And that one is crushed high in the air. Thomas Malone out in left field. Runs it down shy of the warning track. And that is the half inning over. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd with no score. Thomas Malone, the left fielder, will strike up as we now head for the bottom of 3 here this evening. And that one is taking outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Perfectly good evening as the sun is setting. And so far, everybody in attendance coming out to the ball game here tonight. One ball and 1 strike. That one outside, curveball. And the count now is 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be line drive, and that gets up into center for a base hit. A way to keep it going. Hitting the hit column. Now focusing task, the run column. That's going to bring up the last of the batting order. Missions catcher Michael Cantu. Strying in for this one. And that one is down low, and the count now 0-1. Boy, and I gotta say, the groan of the fans, really, they're getting it down as of this point forward. They don't like the call by the home plate umpire. And I bet there's a lot of people disagreeing with that call in the Missions bullpen. It's always what I've said. I've said it last year. Never argue balls and strikes, because that will be the source of getting ejected. And that one's going to be blistered. High fly in the air. Left fielder running after it. Or correction, the right fielder's got it. Major look. Yeah, got you all pretty good, right? Now here's the leadoff batter, C.J. Abrams. So far, the Missions have the tie-breaking run at first base. And that's going to be right there, line foul. And the count now, 0-1. Great crowd we have here tonight to support the Friday night festivities. And so far, San Antonio looking for a W. That's going to be line drive up in right field, and there's a base hit. 2 hits up to this half inning. And so far, the Missions now threatening to push that runner from second all the way to home. That's going to bring in C.J. Hinojosa, the second baseman, as he takes in strike one. He lined out back in the first inning, and he's 0 for 1. So far, don't forget, we have 2 more games with Wichita. Pretty good on that cheery note. And so far, I bet there's a lot of fans waiting for their boys to come home. That one down outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wichita will be home as they will take on the Corp game set. And so far, we will be in Frisco during that time. On Tuesday the 9th. Wichita fans get to see our neighbor team, the Hooks. Here's a 1-2. And that is going to be popped foul. So the count now still remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Missions looking for a W here tonight. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Hinojosa is down on strikes. Boy, could have been another ball if he didn't swing and miss at that one. That one was at the dirt. And he just lets that one get right past him. Here's the right fielder, Joshua Mears. Mears is coming in. The pitch. And that one's going to be hit right to second. And right to first. The inning is over. No runs on 2 hits. No errors. 2 left. We played 3 with no score. Wandir Javier is coming in. He's 0 for 1 to fly out in the first inning. As we are up to the top half of the 4th inning for Wichita. Here's the pitch. Inside for strike 1. And the count now 0-1. 2 games left. Wichita goes home, plays Corpus Christi.
0-2.
And got to say, the Missions are gone for 12 games after this homestand. After Sunday. Right there, right to Rodriguez, and he's got it for the out.
The left fielder, number 8.
So far, got post-game fireworks tomorrow night. Make sure y'all stay after the game for them fireworks. Gonna be great after tomorrow night's ball game. Here's Mark Contreras, and that's going to be taken in for strike 1. Wrapping up the 6-game set, we do have Kid Sundays presented by Six Flags. Missions will be back home after their 12-game road visit. First 6 with Frisco, second 6 with Northwest Arkansas. Midland will be in town on the 23rd to kick off a 12-game homestand, as we're taking on the Midland Rockhounds and the Corpus Christi Hooks. High fly in the air, and Mears runs after it. Records the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
What a way to get that one going. In now is Gabe Snyder. Popped out in the second. And doing really well here this evening. Here's the pitch. And that one is high fly in the air, and that will go out of play. Boy, this game is just really scoreless. We went through already 3 innings. And that taken inside for strike 2. Pitch here, and that one is foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. High fly in the air, and that will bounce the net behind the backstop. Pitch here, and that one is high in the air. Basabe running after it, cannot get there, as that ball will land foul. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one is going to be right to Hinojosa, right to first to Rodriguez. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. As we head midway through 4, no score to this point. John Scampy and Chris Singleton will be live as we're on the road to Frisco beginning on Tuesday night. So far to kick off 12. North, as we head to North Texas, playing the Frisco Rough Riders, the Texas League affiliate of the Texas Rangers. Northwest Arkansas continuing to go northeast, playing the Kansas City Royals affiliation. So 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch here. And that one is hit high in the air. And that will go foul. And that one down low. So the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's a 2-1. Right there, line drive to short. And they will get him out easily at first for the out.
The first baseman, number 21.
Well, getting a lot of viewers coming in our YouTube live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in, one and all. Welcome. Here's Yorman Rodriguez. He's 1 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that one right there popped to third. And he gets them easily. So there's 2 quick outs. 2 up, 2 down. And that's going to bring in Augustin Ruiz. Ground out in the 2nd inning in his 0 for 1. Sorry about that. We are into our live stream. See if everybody's doing all right. Got a question or 2. Nice that you guys are coming in. 4-seam fastball down and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. San Antonio 3 hits. Wichita only 1. And that one is swung on and missed. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everybody coming into this live stream here on this Friday night. Beautiful night to sit outside and watch these guys play and secure a victory, hopefully at the end of the evening. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. And that is a swing and a miss. That's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, it's no score through 4. Top of the fifth, here's Seth Gray. Striked out last time up in the second inning and is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and that one is inside for the strike. So the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch here, inside for strike 2. Boy, in command of Reggie Lawson. Boy, I got to tell you, this guy really knows how to throw a fastball. And strike 3, he goes down. One away here as he gets the strikeout. And that's going to bring in Matt Wallner. Wallner coming in. Here's the pitch right there. Swing and a miss. And the count now 0-1. Got 9 watching in the YouTube live app. Come on in. Good to see everybody getting in and enjoying the game of baseball. 2 balls, 41 strikes in total, 43 by San Antonio pitching. So far, welcome in one and all to our live broadcast. And that's going to be lined right there. That gets down for a 1-out hit.
Now batting, number 28.
So far, got a runner at first. And now here's Roy Morales. And that one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Grounded out in the third, 0 for 1. That is Morales. Pitch here. And outside for a ball, and the count 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Outside for ball 3. And on deck for Wichita, Spencer Steer. Steer's coming on. The pitch here, in for a strike. And the count now 3-1. Boy, we have a pretty good deal of fans coming in to live chat. And that one inside for strike 2, so the full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looking for a strikeout. The pitch right there, and that's blistered right to center. And Wood gets it back in safely, as that will put 2 runners aboard from first and second. And that's going to bring in Spencer Steer. Steer's coming in, swing and a miss, and the count now 0-1. Steer singled back in the third inning, is 1 for 1. And so far, Bob, we're seeing these guys just really putting that ball in play. Putting that ball in play is really thinking about how hard the bullpen is asking every prospect to participate in this game. It sure is, Bob. Here's the 0-2 right there, high in the air. Mears running after it. Tagging up from second is the runner going to third. And he's in on the fly. Wichita getting to the point of threatening the Missions here early. And now here's the 9 batter, Stevie Berman. Popped out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1.
That's low, that's a ball.
And that's down low, and the count now 1 ball and no strikes. Here's a 1-0. And that one's inside for the strike. And the count now 1-1. Missions in their beautiful home white jerseys, nice and clean. We use a Bravo Plus laundry detergent to keep all player jerseys clean. Wichita must be using the same type of detergent for their jerseys because they're nice and gray. And so far for their home whites, it says Wind Surge on them. That one down and blistered, and that goes foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runners at first and third, top of the 5th. Pitch by Lawson. And that one is hit high in the air. Thomas Malone racing after this one. And they will get out of the jam. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go bottom of 5, still scoreless. Here's Olivier Basabe. He's 0 for 1.
The third baseman, number 10.
So far, Brian Salmons now at 51 pitches for the man on the hill for Wichita. That one outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Looking for another hit. Here's the pitch. That one line drive and foul. One ball and 1 strike. And that one is inside on the curve. So that will put the count now 1-2. Here's the pitch. And that one hit the third. Throws across the diamond, and he's got him out at first. Basabe, the first guy man to go down on the ground ball, third to first. And that'll bring in left fielder Thomas Malone. Malone coming in. And right there as he will ground in. And he is out at first, so that's 2 quick outs.
Now batting, catcher, Michael.
And not the thing that you want to see during this time around. Guys grounding down in outs. Not the best thing ever, John. I mean, it sometimes happens. If you can't hit that ball in the directional angle where you have to go, then really you're just gonna see yourself getting out early. Here's the last of the lineup, Michael Cantu. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 away. And that one is hit high in the air, up and center. And that does it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We played 5 in the books here tonight, and it's on now to the top of the 6, straight ahead. Leading off for Wichita, Jimmy Kerrigan, center fielder here tonight. And that one is going to be popped foul, and the count now 0-1. Game going quick, right, Bob? Yeah, it's going very quick. Nobody has scored anything through this time. And it's anybody's ball game if they could get in there and try to get this thing situated as quickly as possible. Well, that one right there, the base hit turns into a no-out double. And my gracious, these guys are really hitting in this series. Yeah, they really are. As you can see that Wednesday night and Thursday night's contests were pretty much in Wichita's favors. Both games on those nights were won by this team. Yeah, they really are. Wandir Javier come in. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get in for a base hit. And the run is in to score, as that will do. Tiebreaker run now. Coming in to score from second, it is Wichita, now up by a run. And so far, San Antonio needs to get out of this bad start. Right there, and that one is chipped in the catcher's glove for the strike, and the count now 0-1 to the third batter for the Wind Surge, Mark Contreras. Contreras coming in, and that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get in for a base hit. And now you got runners at second and third, nobody out.
Number 43.
And time now is going to be called as here comes the manager. And that's going to do for the starter here tonight. So as the starter departs from this ball game, Lawson did a great job. Can't be too ashamed of himself, but the bullpen takes the action of getting back in this game.
Your attention, please.
That'll bring up the left-hander from Staten Island, New York, Tom Cosgrove. As he comes in 6'2" and 190 pounds. And so far going really well here tonight. First time around in this evening, Gabe Snyder will greet the left-hander from New York. And so far going good. Here comes the run. And in to score. Wichita will stretch the lead up to 2 now.
Now batting.
So 2 runs in this half inning alone. And that'll bring in Seth Gray. 0 for 2 and 2 strikeouts. Pitch here inside for the strike. And the count now 0-1. Missions have the opportunity of answering back in the bottom of the 6th inning. And so far, they better answer back here tonight. Wichita can win this one and stretch their 3-game winning streak. San Antonio could stretch their 3-game losing streak, which is going to be rough around the edges for this ball club. And not only that, it's real painful when you think about how many games you would go down and losing. Yeah, Bob. And that one right there gets it going for out number 2 as that one's hit to C.J. Abrams.
The right fielder, Matt Wallner.
That'll bring in Matt Wallner. 1 for 2, single in the 5th inning. A lot of fans coming in the live chat. It's okay. Come on and come in and comment if you want. Here's the pitch. Inside and a changeup. So the count now 1-1. Or if you want to sit by and watch this perfectly good ball game, that's all right. Right there up in center is Wood. He makes a play. But the Missions are down 2 runs, trailing the Wichita Wind Surge. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We are back to the top of the lineup right after this. Lean off C.J. Abrams, 1 for 2. He singled in the 3rd inning. So far, so good here tonight for the Missions. Correction, I was about to say Wichita, but that won't make sense if I do. I just kid around way too much. But anyway, having a good night so far. Just having fun. So right there in the count now. Hit, the tying run is on the on deck. And that one is blistered high in the air, up in right field. And the right fielder runs it down shy of the warning track for the out.
The batter, the second baseman, C.J.
That'll bring up C.J. Hinojosa. 0 for 2, strikeout and a line out. Beautiful evening as we see a light pink to a dark pink and a very dark purple like on the horizon.
1 ball, no strike.
Yeah, and it's pretty nice that you get out here and you have a ball game nice and warm. 2 ball clubs like these play each other. 2 more games after tonight of the year. Yeah, it's sad that we won't see Wichita until next year in 2023. Yeah, I know it, and it's really tough to say goodbye to these guys after Sunday. I know it. That one hit high in the air up in center. And the center fielder will run it down. And they got two away. That'll bring up right fielder Joshua Mears. 2 ground outs and he is 0 for 2. Looking for a base hit here. And that one, line drive to third. And that's the inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on. We head for the top of the 7th. And it's the bottom lineup for Wichita coming up. Roy Morales coming in, 1 for 2, single in the 5th. In the top of the 7th for Wichita. And here's the pitch. That one is right there, and it's going to be blistered, and that goes down extra bases. Going around first, going to second. And he's in there on a stand-up double with no outs. And that'll bring in Spencer Steer, the 8-man batter. Taken in for strike 1 as he's in there. 1 for 2, single in the 3rd inning. Gotta say, pretty good on that one. And the curveball misses outside for the ball. Don't forget tomorrow night's game, 7:05, Sunday as well. Wrapping up our 6-game homestand. And that's going to go up to Wood. And tagging up the runner from second to third. And the wind surge is threatening again as they got their 3rd potential run just 90 feet away. And that'll bring in Stevie Berman. 0 for 2, fly out and a pop out. Pitch here, and that one fouled off. And the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch. And that one, ooh, that's gotta hurt. Run in to score as the pitcher gets hit. But seems to do all right. Wichita now leads this game by 3. And that'll bring up top of the lineup for the wind surge, Jimmy Kerrigan. And that's going to go out of play for strike 1. Fans in Wichita must be saying, ha ha. Wind surge may have this one in the books for their 3rd straight consecutive win.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that will do it as we end this half inning. 3 runs in the score. And now here is James Wood. Getting ready for the 9 final outs that the Missions have tonight.
No balls, 1 strike.
No balls and 1 strike. You got Ryan Mason and Alex Phillips, 2 righties in the Wichita bullpen warming up in relief. Here's the pitch. And high in the air, up in center. And there's the first out. Boy, in San Antonio, the favor's not in them here this evening. But they still have fight in them to come back in this one. They're down by 3 runs, 4 to catch up, so never say never. And that's going to be lined up to center, and that's getting in for a base hit. So if they can hit a 2-run shot, that would be good.
Designated hitter, Augustin Ruiz.
That'll bring up the DH, Augustin Ruiz. And And that one is foul. So the count now 0-1. Boy, and that would be a quick out number 2 on that play, if it was a fair ball. That one outside. Curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brian Salmons already at 70 pitches so far for his first 7 innings on the hill for Wichita. And that one outside for the ball, and the count now 2-1. Got a good hold up coming in. And he's pretty much getting tired. And that one is high fly in the air. And it's blistered. Watch it get in there. Oh yes, there we go. And that's going to put runners at second and third now. That one was just a crack of the bat, makes you jump out of your seat. My goodness. And time now is going to be called as here comes the Wichita manager. And that's going to do for the starter here tonight for the Wind Surge. So as he departs, he still has the 3-run lead. And that means he can have a chance of winning it here tonight. Chris Valamont coming in, 6'5" and 220 pounds. He has no years of service as he gets in there. And that's going to be blistered right there. And the run is in to score, as now the shutout is over. And San Antonio's got 2 more runs to catch up. So with 2 away, Thomas Malone coming in. He singled and is 1 for 2. And that's going to be right there. Right to second and right to first. As that will do, this inning is over. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, a man left. Top of the 8th inning coming up, and it's a Wichita 3-1 lead. Wander Javier coming in for the top half of the 8th inning for the Wind Surge, as we take him in for strike 1. So far 17 pitches for Tom Cosgrove here tonight. And so far, mission staff is watching eyes on him. Up in center field is the center fielder, James Wood, making the play for the out. Mark Contreras is coming in. He's 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 6th inning. Gotta love how that's going. And that's going to be right there. Line drive over the third baseman's glove. And that's going to get in for extra bases. And that will be a stand-up 1-out double.
Number 43.
And now Gabe Snyder, and he swings and misses on the initial offering. Sacrifice fly RBI is 0 for 2 here this evening. Here's the 0-1. That one outside, and the count now 1-1. 11,915 in attendance tonight. 1-1. And that one right there, line drive up the center. And that's going to get a run in to score from second. It is now 4-1 Wichita. Missions are letting this one loose, but so far they're putting up a battle. And time is going to be called, as that will do for Cosgrove's time. So that's going to bring in Kyle Tyler
Your attention, please.
from the great state of Oklahoma.
Number 63.
He's had 12 in 1 innings. His ERA is great, 2.92. 6 walks and 6 strikeouts so far on the reservoir. .259 at the average of .067. Here's the pitch. And that one is inside for the strike, and the count now 0-1. He lined out in the 6. He's 0 for 3. And that one inside for strike 2. So the count now is no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 delivery. Right down at the knees. For the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2. Down and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. Right there, fouled off. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still hanging on is Seth Gray. And that one again is fouled away. 4-1 Wichita, top of the 8th inning. Pitch here. Swing and a miss. And he blew it right by him for the out. So Kyle Tyler getting that one. And that's going to bring in Matt Wallner. Wallner coming in, and he takes that one inside for strike 1. He singled in the 5th and is 1 for 3. Doing pretty good here tonight. The pitch. And that one is going foul. So the count now 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be line drive up at right field, and that gets in for a base hit. And there's going to be 2 aboard now. As the wind surge does pretty well. They tallied a run in this one. And that's going to be lined up in the left, and that goes down for strike 1. Top of the 8th inning. Pitch here, high in the air. Mears is running after it. And they will not let this one get too far out of hand. And that's going to be the inning over. So it's a run on a couple of base hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Wichita up in front by 3. Bottom half of the 8th inning for San Antonio. Here's Michael Cantu. 2 flyouts here tonight. And we are shying of 3 runs. And that one is outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. That one outside again. 2-0 now. Holding up pretty good, and that one's inside for strike 1. 2-1 by Ty Krause, home plate umpiring behind. Here's the 2-1 delivery, and that one is for ball 3. On deck, C.J. Abrams. 3-1, here it is. Outside, ball 4. And he loses him on 5 pitches. Or correction, I guess it was 4. That's going to bring in C.J. Abrams. Abrams could get on deck, and they hit a 3-run shot. They tie the ball game. Only chance will tell if San Antonio's got it in them. The bats have not been so hot for them this evening. No balls and one strike. Here's the pitch to Abrams. That one too high outside. And the count now is 1-1. One ball, one strike. C.J. Abrams. And that one is outside for ball 2. So the count now 2-1. Two one, outside for a ball. 3-1. On deck is C.J. Hinojosa, looking for another walk here tonight. Here's the pitch, inside, full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Looking for ball 4. 3-2. And that one is high fly in the air. And that's going to get down for extra bases. And that's going to be an RBI triple. Run in to score. And the Missions gets their second run of the night. What a magnificent play. An RBI triple in. And the Missions are in striking of just having this differential only to 1 run. That's going to bring in C.J. Hinojosa as he strides in. He takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. Four to 2 Wichita as the Wind Surge leads by the 2. Right there, a swing and a miss. And he blows it right by him for the strike. Here's the pitch. Outside for the ball. The count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Missions trying to get the bats up and running in this contest. So pretty good here tonight. And that one is inside for strike 2. So the count now 2-2. It's evened up. And that one, the line drive up in left field, and that gets the run in. RBI single, 2 runs in to score. Missions now trail this game by 1. Awesome as they're getting it going.
Now batting, the right fielder, Joshua.
That brings in right fielder Joshua Mears. Boy, he takes that ball down low, and the count now 1-0. Significantly, this is the bottom half of the 8th inning. Missions have 2 runs plated, and they're in striking distance of doing more. And that one outside for the ball, and the count now 2-0. Wichita pitching Chris Valamont. 20 pitches so far for a pitch reliever. And so far, he's really letting it get under his skin. And that's in there for strike 1. Gotta say, it's going in the favor here now. Here's the 2-1. And that one is going to be blistered high fly in the air. And that ball is out of play. So the count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one's going to be hit high in the air. And the shortstop will run up in left field, and he'll make the catch. So there is out number 1. And that'll bring in a pitch reliever, number 2, Ryan Mason.
78, Ryan Mason.
6'6" and 215 pounds here tonight, being in relief. James Wood coming in as we're getting ready to go here in for a new reliever. Here's the pitch. Outside for the ball. The count now is 1-0. One ball and no strikes. And that one gloved right by the third baseman. And he's got it for out number 2.
First baseman, your man, Rodriguez.
That's going to bring in Yorman Rodriguez. 2 for 3 and 2 singles and a run. Pitch here. And did he go? Yes, he did. Ty Krause is saying yes, he went for the strike and the count 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Outside for the ball. And the count now 1-1. One and one. Outside again. Ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. And that's going to be hit high in the air. And that one will end the inning as that will go to center. So 2 runs come in across the score on a couple of base hits. We go to the top of the 9th inning with Wichita in front by 1. Spencer Steer coming up, the 8-hole batter. It's 8-9-1 for the Wichita bottom half of the order. Doing good here tonight. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, and the count now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to get hit high in the air. And that one is out of play. So the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Right there, and that gets down. Line drive up and left field for a base hit.
Now batting, the catcher.
Yeah, that'll bring up the catcher, Stevie Berman. Berman coming in, and he'll take a strike. And the count now is 0-1. Grounded out in the 7th. He's 0 for 3. Looking for the Taco Bell double play here tonight. That'll give you 2 free tacos courtesy of any Mission's double play during the season. Here's the pitch. And that one's hit high in the air. Mears running after it, and he makes the play for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 2, Jimmy Kerrigan.
Now to bring up Jimmy Kerrigan. Kerrigan coming in. He's 1 for 4. He doubled in a run. Pitch here. Inside for strike 1. Boy, he's delivering the fastballs in there. And trying to avoid any more danger as the Missions try to walk it off here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Pitch here. And that one is hit high in the air. Wood can't get there, and that will be landing in front of him for a base hit. So he tries to get in and corral the ball. And that'll bring up shortstop Wandir Javier. 1 for 4, single RBI in the run. He's got 2-1 with 1 away. the top of the 9th inning. 4-3 our score, Wichita in the front of this ball game. Now one change up outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Get a crowd booing at that one. Called by Ty Krause, home plate umpiring. Here's a 1-0. Right there, and that gets in. Line drive over the first baseman's glove. And that's going to be a run in the score. And that will put runners at second and third on that base hit. Boy, and that first baseman should have had that one. And so far, that's going to put us on a quick pause as we go to this one. Ray Kerr is going to be the third in relief. And so far, they're going to try to get out of this inning and see what they could do to preserve a bottom of the 9th inning victory. That one's going to be hit high, and that one is going out of play. Mission's losing the 2 and looking for a win here tonight. Here's pitch, swing and a miss, and that one is swung out in the dirt. Pitch here. And that one is hit high in the air. And that's going to get down for extra bases. And that's going to put one more on there. And that is going to be a 7-3 nail biter. Boy, and Wichita looks like they get this ball game. And they'll have 3 on the road and winning. Well, we're going to have another quick pause, and so far we're going to have a runner. Aaron Leisure is warming up in the Mission's bullpen. That'll bring up Gabe Snyder, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-1. Missions are in this game, and they're behind in the 4 runs that Wichita's already got. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and count 0-2. 0-2. Right there, as that will be out number 2.
Now batting, number 18.
And that's going to bring up number 18, Seth Gray. Strikeout in the 8th, 0 for 4. Mission's trying to stop this game from getting out any further. Getting into that type of situation where you're in the hole and you can't get yourself out. Right there, that is popped foul. The count now 0-2. Well, so far 3 runs already homed in this half inning alone, and that's going to be lifted high fly in the air. And Basabe will finally take it out, and that is the inning. So 3 runs in the score for Wichita, and a lot of base hits. I got to say that for a reason. Now we go to the bottom of the 9th. Mission's looking for 4 runs to come and tie the ball game. That one inside for the strike, and the count now 0-1. Argenis Angelo and Yennefer Cano coming in. Well, I gotta say, the Missions need to pull the rabbit out of the hat for a magic trick. That one is hit high in the air. Up in center is the center fielder, as he will make the out.
Number 10.
And that's going to bring up number 10, third baseman Olivier Basabe. Boy, and Mission's down to their final 2 outs. And that one down outside, 1 ball, no strikes. so far, want to thank all those that attended in tonight's ball game. And our live broadcast tomorrow evening at 7:05 as well. Make sure you guys tune in, and don't forget we wrap up our 6-game ever series between the Wichita Wind Surge, guys all the way from Kansas. So far pretty good. 12 games on the road after this Sunday. And that's going to be line drive right to second and right to first. Missions are an out away from losing this 4th game of the 6-game series. Thomas Malone, the last man to stand in front. Wichita have a 3-run lead top of the 9th inning. And that's what will secure the victory. So far they had 4 innings. Top of the 6th inning was a 2 runs. 7th and 8th innings with 2 single runs. And a 9th inning frame where they had 3. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's going to be right there to second. And that's the ball game. So the Wichita Wind Surge will win the 4th of this 6-game set. Missions have 2 more games left to get in here and win the final 2 of this series. Wichita on the road collects their 3rd consecutive victory at San Antonio. And so far these guys doing really well getting those wins. Well, tomorrow night we are live 7:05. Our first pitch against the Wichita Wind Surge. So far we are saying good night to everybody. Thank y'all for joining in our broadcast. Always remember this broadcast is brought to you by Dr. Pepper and our proud sponsors of tonight's ball game. And so far we're doing really well. Always remember to be nice and make sure that y'all are nice to everybody else. Any act of suspicious manner will be ejected out of this ball game. Bullying as well. And so far, don't forget about that. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.